Anusha. It's out in a couple of weeks, and Anusha is with me now to tell me about her new single and what she's got planned for the future. Anusha, how are you, darling?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wicked to have you here. Wicked to have you here. Okay, now this is your debut track.
Yeah.
There was a track Freeze that was out.
Yeah, that was kind of like a feeler, just so people could kind of like get to know me, introduce myself, basically.
Okay, and then Are You Ready? Are you excited about this? And what is Are You Ready all about?
Well, I'd like to say it was about something really deep and profound, but it's about sex.
It's about sex?
Yeah.
You know what? There's nothing wrong. We don't do deep and profound very well on a Friday. Friday's not about deep and profound. That's for Mondays. Okay, it's about sex. And in sex, in what context? Unfettered, no strings attached sex, or sex leading towards a beautiful marriage, possibly arranged with a big wedding with 1,000 people turning up who you don't know?
I think it's about something a bit more primitive than like the whole relationship thing.
Carnal love.
I think it's just about just like raw animal instinct lust.
Meeting a guy in a club, seeing him, looks good, meeting a girl in a club, etc.
Yeah.
Did you hear any of the show earlier on, right, about Greg the Miniman?
No.
You ever come across Greg the Miniman? Okay.
Yeah.
If, right, you're getting married, Greg the Miniman is a dwarf, right?
Okay.
He, right, on stag do's, right, he will handcuff himself to the bridegroom for the stag do, for the whole stag do.
Oh, right. That's a great idea.
It is a great idea,
It's a great idea. It's a really good way to make sure, because that night tends to be a night of
what goes on tour stage. Exactly, a lot of debauchery going on. And Greg the Miniman, the dwarf, will be handcuffed to the bridegroom for 10.
A great idea.
It's a great idea. Now, okay, one of the debates we had last week was about the British Asian music scene. Mm-hmm. Where do you think you fit in? Are you not interested in the British Asian music scene? Are you much more interested in the R&B and the black music scene?
Well, of course I'm interested. To me, good music is good music, so it doesn't really matter who it's by or what race the person's from, which is what I think music should be about, really. I love that Stomp track you just played by Richie Rich. I'm really feeling that at the moment. And I think there is a lot of great stuff coming out of British Asian artists. But personally, I do tend to prefer the more kind of like R&B hip-hop stuff with an Asian influence rather than an Asian track.
Yeah, I hear
with,
Okay, well, we're going to hear your tracks coming up very, very soon indeed. But first, she's beautiful and in the music industry.
Oh, stop.
But she's also a politics graduate. You were just telling, what was your dissertation on?
It was on clashes of the civilizations, East versus West, and how Eastern culture, even though it's come over to a Western society, we have these, the extremism has arisen from the
clash.
Yeah, the clash. Yeah.
Two civilizations.
And also the suppression of the more kind of like Muslim and Asian kind of communities has also contributed to terrorism.
And that was your dissertation, 10,000 words.
Well, I was slightly over, but yeah.
You went slightly over 10,000 words. SWAT. Anyway, we're moving now. You're half Mauritian, half Sri Lankan, and grew up in Cardiff. Now, that's quite a mixture. How did your family end up in Cardiff? Not that it's not a beautiful place. I was DJing there this Sunday. It is a fantastic place, but still.
I love good old Cardiff. My mum and dad came over here to study when they were like 18, and that's just where they got put so they just stayed there.
So they came and studied in Wales.
Yeah.
What was it like being an Asian in Cardiff growing up in Wales?
Well, I actually didn't come across another ethnic person until I was 16.
16?
So, yeah, apart from obviously my immediate family. So, there was always that sense of I'm the odd one out. But my experience among like my white peers was wonderful. Like I was treated with more respect than I've actually been treated with my Asian peers from uni. So,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting. And no doubt lots of guys chasing you around campuses, no doubt. Now, R&B then, why did you decide to become a singer? You're a politics graduate, you could have gone on and done all kinds of things. A very interesting week in politics it's been. Why did you then decide, I'm going to give it all up and be a singer?
Well, to be honest, politics has always been an interest of mine, but I wanted to get a degree to make my dad happy.
Did we all?
And the deal was, if I got a degree, my dad would support me in singing. So he's given me his blessing now because I've finally graduated. So
that was the deal. That you showed. That's very fair though, because a lot of Asian parents would just go, no.
Lock you in a room.
Exactly right. No. And set about trying to find you partners.